Coming off another winning day, let's talk some more basketball. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back in to another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I am your host, Steven, and we're here to talk some more NBA. It is the last week of the regular season. Tread carefully. That's all I'll say. All I will say about that, because it can be a little tricky. Rotations and everything else. But we had a winning 3-2 day, hitting our only one unit play. So anytime you can have a profitable day in the last week of the NBA, you will take it. But we'll go over the recap in just a little bit. Quick reminder, MLB Best Bets video is out now. Go check it out for the Wednesday slate. A lot of day baseball, so excited about that. But Outlier, as you guys know, any graphics you see in this video or future videos are from Outlier, the best betting research tool on the market today. Click that link below for the 7-day free trial. All right, let's get into it. We got a dad joke. It's not a good one, I'm going to warn you. Why did the soccer player take so long to eat dinner? Because he didn't think he could use his hands. I warned you. In this video, we're going to recap yesterday, and then we're going to look at the injury report and back-to-backs, and let me tell you, we have a million teams on a back-to-back today. And then defenses versus a small forward position. We ran out of time. We do not have G's of threes, but we will have that in the Thursday video. Again, last week of the season, not sure how much it's going to matter yet, but and then we'll go over our best bets and the recap. So hit that like button if you haven't already. Leave a comment below to help this channel continue to grow. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Come join this awesome community as we're on our way to 40,000 subscribers. All right, let's get into it. That means it's recap time. All right, there it is. A 3-2 day that should have been better. First one, Zach Edey, the only one unit play, cashes in the first half. The big man comes through for us. Paolo Banchero over 28.5 points, 21 at halftime. Had a little bit of a lull there in the second half, but then comes up clutch, gets over 30 points. Warriors minus 7.5, won by 70.5. I mean, they crushed the Suns. The Suns are eliminated. And then Anthony Edwards, the one that's going to keep me up at night, had one terrible beat in the MLB and one terrible beat in the NBA. Anthony Edwards looked like he was heading there easily. I mean, I needed 5 PRAs from one of the best players in the NBA in the entire fourth quarter. What did he do? Throw up brick after brick after brick and then turn the ball over and over and over again. Get 4 PRAs and we end on the hook. I don't even know what to say, guys. It was brutal. As the Bucks come back to win, they were on like a 30-3 run in the fourth quarter at one point or something. It was crazy. And then Jalen Williams at a 30.5 PRAs did not get the job done. Bad read there. He had a lot in the first half, slowed down, and then fourth quarter he kicked it in again, and they just couldn't stop him. So there it is. 81-57 on the under player props. Overall record 303 and 244. We are up 28.83 units after another winning day. Let's get to 30 today, but again, tread carefully with your bets the last week of the season. So that's what we got for the recap. Now let's talk the injury report. All right, here's the injury report for Wednesday. Celtics at Magic. Al Horford is out. 76ers Wizards. Who cares? Who knows? Hornets at Raptors. Scotty Barnes and Jakob Poeltl are questionable. And then there's some other reserve players for the Raptors as well. And then Lakers Mavericks. Rui and Maxi Kleber are out. Anthony Davis questionable. I think he's going to play in this big one. And then Heat at Bulls. Giddey, White, and Vucevic all questionable. White only sat out because of a rest day last time. I expect him to play, but again, who knows? Andrew Wiggins questionable. And then Denny Avdia is questionable for the Blazers. And then Nuggets at Kings. Mike Malone is out. WTF. Anyways, Keegan Murray questionable. Malik Monk out, and Keegan Murray for the Kings is question. Or sorry, I already said Keegan Murray. I don't. It's guys. It's like almost midnight. I don't know what I'm saying. Thunder at Suns. Kevin Durant is out, as well as are the Suns in the playoffs. And then Spurs at Warriors. Sohan is out. And then Post and Peyton for whatever that matters for the Warriors. And then Rockets at Clippers. Kawhi Leonard out. That's big news. And then Şengün and Jabari Smith questionable. Fred VanVleet is doubtful. So that's page 1 of the injury report. Let's take a look at an entire page 2 for just back-to-backs. That's right. There are 11 teams on a back-to-back. As if it wasn't hard enough to bet the NBA in the last week of the regular season, welcome to almost half the league playing on the second night of a back-to-back. There it is. And all the ATS records are what they are on 0 days rest. I'm not even going to go through all of them. There they are. So Lakers 8-5, one of the better teams there, as well as the Magic. So that's what we got for the injury report and the back-to-backs. Now let's talk some small forwards. All right, there it is. We start with the defenses giving up the most points to the small forward position. And I'm going to say this over and over. Small forwards are hard to tell. Some guys are shooting guards, power forwards, a positionless basketball when it comes to wing players sometimes. So take this for what it is. Obviously, if you think something different, you go with that also. But I try my best here, and we have a ton of matchups. This is a John Madden play. I'm not going to go over every single one. I'm just going to say Denny Avdia leading the league for small forwards. He is crushing it. 26.8 points per game. Now gets the Utah Jazz. And then there's all the rest of the guys with Wiggins, Williams, Barrett, and Michael Porter Jr., all with good matchups today. So take a screenshot. Hopefully that helps you out. Now let's take a look at the rebounds. And again, we got 3 more matchups with Denny Avdia, number 1 in rebounds as well. 11.2, just dominating. Facing the Jazz, who are 9.3 giving up. And then you got Jimmy Butler and Keldon Johnson as the other 2 with good matchups today. Again, any team or player that is in green means they are playing today, and all these stats are in the last 30 days. So let's move over to the assists now. And we got 3 more matchups. Jimmy Butler up there facing the Spurs. He's averaging 6.3 assists per game. And then RJ Barrett, who's been in and out of the lineup. And then Jalen Williams of the Thunder, as they're on the second night of a back-to-back, facing the Suns. So that's what we got for the small forwards and any overs. Now let's take a look at the bad small forward matchups. And you can see right there, Clippers, Rockets, Celtics, Kings, top 5 in the rebounds allowed to the small forward position. Then you got the Lakers over there, number 3 in regards to allowing or not allowing many points to the small forward, only 19.1 per game. Then you go over to the assists. Celtics not allowing many assists, as well as Thunder, Mavericks, and Heat. But again, from 1 to 10, it's a difference of 7/10 of an assist. So it's really not a big deal when it comes to assists on small forwards. So anyways, that's what we got for the good and bad matchups for the small forward position. Again, if you're new to the channel, we do this every single day, starting with point guards on Monday, all the way to centers on Friday. And then the G's of threes, that will be in the Thursday video. Just had to move it back 1 day. So that's what we got for all the research help. And now it's time for the best bets. All right, this first one takes us out to Sacramento, where the Kings host the Denver Nuggets. Nuggets -3, total in this one 234.5. Before I get to my best bet, 2 big pieces. Obviously, Mike Malone is out as the head coach, as just the weirdest firing I've ever seen. And I just heard it was tied for the latest firing of any NBA coach in history, latest in the season at least. And then the second part, you guys may or may not know this. 1 more loss by the Kings secures us the under 41.5 wins that we gave out in the midseason futures video. Somehow they just keep winning these last couple games. Need them to lose 1 more. But either way, my best bet in this one, Mr. Keon Ellis, over 14.5 PRAs at -115 on Bet365. Half unit play for me here, playing a little safe. No Malik Monk, as we saw, so Ellis will be starting. In the last 10 games without Malik Monk, he's over this line in 7 of 10, averaging 20 PRAs per game. Well over this line, averaging 31.6 minutes per game and averaging 13 rebounds and assists, or potential rebounds and assists as well. So in games where he's just played 30 plus minutes, and again, I'm expecting him to definitely play 30 plus minutes here. As you can see by this outlier screenshot, how about over in 16 of 21 games, averaging 19.24 PRAs per game. Now the matchup, it's an average matchup overall for PRAs when it comes to point guards in the last 30 days. Ellis has already faced the Nuggets 3 times this year. He's over in 2 of those 3. The only miss was right on the hook at 14, and the only reason, he only played 21 minutes. I mean, he was playing with Malik Monk, a healthy team then. I'm expecting 30-plus minutes. So, again, if he can get 14 and 21, we're going to be looking good. Nuggets have seen some decent games, have given up some decent games to guards, also spot-up shooters as well, which Keon Ellis can be that guy. Again, he's going to be a guy where there's going to be little lulls in the game where he's not going to do much. It happens. But again, we don't need a lot. We just need 15. So we're going to get a guy who's going to get over 30 minutes. At least I expect that in a competitive game here. He's done it already against this Nuggets teams 2 out of 3 times. Give me Keon Neon over 14.5 PRAs as my first best bet. All right, the next one takes us out to Dallas, where the Mavericks host the Los Angeles Lakers. Lakers -4, total in this one 226.5. It's a big game. That's right, Luka going back to Dallas. Give me Luka over 16.5 rebounds plus assists at +100 on Bet365 for a half unit. Yes, this is a big game. He will be ready to play. So let's talk the numbers. Last 10 games for Luka, he's only over this in 2 of the last 10. That's it. Terrible hit rate if you're just a hit rate person. But let's talk about it. 5 of those 8 unders were tough matchups. The Magic, Rockets, Warriors, and Oklahoma City twice. Teams that just don't allow a lot of assists, a lot of rebounds, things like that. Still averaging 26 potential RAs, but I'm expecting we get more here, and hopefully we do. In the matchup, last 30 days, the Mavericks have allowed the 9th most rebounds to point guards, the 5th most assists to point guards, and Luka's last game versus Dallas, which is just weird to say. I just heard it out loud. It's really weird to say still. But Dallas did everything they could to make him pass it. I mean, they forced him, whether it's double teams and anything like that. That's why he had 12 assists on 20 potential assists. And he was also aggressive on the glass. He wasn't usually guarding their main guy. He had a huge 15 rebounds on 23 rebound chances, Total potentials was 43 that game. Insane. I see Dallas playing this way again. I mean, they don't want Luka to hurt him, especially in his return to Dallas. But overall, we're getting a bit of a discount because he's had some recent tough matchups here. Dallas's style of play and their struggle versus guards lately, when it comes to rebounds and assists, makes me like this one. So give me Luka in his return. Over 16.5 rebounds plus assists. Second and final best bet. We have 11 teams on back-to-backs. It is the final week of the NBA season, and injuries everywhere. I think 2 bets is going to be plenty for the night before. Any added plays, which I'm sure I'll have 1 or 2, but again, I'm going to be playing it safe here. They will be in the pinned comments below on X and on Discord. So before we get out of here, let's check out the recap. All right, there it is. The 2 best bets so far. Keon Ellis over 14.5 PRAs at -115 for a half unit. And then give me Luka over 16.5 rebounds plus assists at +100 for a half unit. Any added plays, again, will be in the pinned comments below on X and on Discord. Thank you guys for watching, as always, and supporting all season long. This has been an incredible ride. Just really appreciate all of you. But if you haven't already hit that like button, I would appreciate it. Hope you guys have a great Wednesday, and we'll talk to you soon.